Hey there, Leo. Now this is like 4 times a charm to start this reading for you. Thank you for being here. I'm Kim. I'm here to do a Celtic cross. Messages that you're meant to hear within the next 3 days for whatever reason. It should help you. From your spirit guides, from your angels. Also, private readings are available. The information's in the description box. They start at $20. They are recorded readings, and you are sent a private link based on whatever you want to know, whatever you ask me. Oh, wait, what do we have for Leo? Todd Alcott, Sci-Fi Tarot. For Leo, that's good. Page of Swords, Cups. Swords, Cups, 2 for the outcome. Oh, wow. Page of Wands is on the bottom. Okay, so this is interesting. We are definitely going to have to get some clarification here on this outcome, and I mean the whole thing. This is a lot. This is a lot to navigate. Okay, let me start with the Empress here in the recent past. So the Empress is creating things and birthing things to life. You know, things come kind of effortlessly. They just flow to the Empress energy. It's heavily divine feminine. You don't have to be a female to resonate. There's not really gender here. But saying the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Why the Knight of Wands in the reverse? Okay. All right. So I'm picking up some sort of confusion as far as to wanting to move forward, maybe even wanting to travel, or it has to do with what you want to create, but it's like you want to create it somewhere else. There's something here about what wasn't moving forward, or what was getting in the way of your passion. Because ultimately, I mean, the Six of Swords is when we're going in a different direction. And it can be talking about literally needing to get in a different direction for yourself. Maybe it's to find more passion. But see here, there's this confusion. Either there's a lot of options, or there is some sort of choice that you've been making that also makes things a little cloudy or foggy. But there's something here that stopped movement in the past. And I'm not sure exactly what that is. Of course, it's probably going to be different for you all, but splitting the deck, and I have Jack and Diane with broken heart, heartbreak, interference. Could be interference with the heart and home, with something that would make fulfill your heart's desire. What would actually fulfill your heart's desire? The Mother of Invention. It says the Mother of Invention. Can you give me more on the past here for Leo, please? It was your choice. There was some sort of choice here. Either we didn't feel like we had a choice, but there was a choice, or something got in the way of our choice to get things moving, and instead it's like just staying. So the 50-50 has to do with something being your choice. And now we're coming back to this same issue here of wanting to be going or heading in a different direction. However, is it a choice that we've been putting off? Because you have the Ace of Wands, which is the challenge. And the Ace of Wands is a new path, and it can mean it's somewhere else, or you're following it to get to a place where you feel like you have more passion or inspiration. And the Two of Swords makes me feel like this is a decision that you've maybe been weighing out, but in that time of weighing it out, there's been waiting or delays or postponed energy. This was postponed. Tell me about Two of Swords. To find confidence. It's about your confidence and your strength. So when you have to pull on your confidence and your strength, it's a time where it can be a little, well, think about when you have to have strength, right? Or you have to have confidence. So what they're telling me with this is that it's a big decision, is that it is a very big decision here. And with death in the reverse, it has to do with like this decision ultimately will close the door to a chapter. And so it's that big. Okay, that might be why it's been something where we've postponed it, or we've not wanted to take a risk, because I saw the Queen of Wands reverse, and I do understand that in times of uncertainty, you know, with the economy and with how things are, it can agitate the fear within us to postpone decisions, not make a decision that we kind of know we want to make. Because in your heart space, you have the Fool, and the Fool is ready to take a step in a new direction, going on a pilgrimage, an adventure, a journey, a new one. So the heart has already become enlightened to this. Tell me more about the Fool. Releasing the devil, releasing the archetype of the devil and the Magician, stepping into the unknown with the Moon. I'm just getting the message, like what the heart wants to do and what the actions have been are a little different, okay, or have been a little different for you, because it's like knowing what the heart wants to do, knowing what the heart wants to manifest, but then we have this attachment that we're releasing. The devil can represent our fears, releasing our fears, or things that were holding us back, keeping us in bondage, addictions, vices, toxic people, or relationships that have kind of, maybe we feel like some of that has held us back. So I see you like beating your demons here, okay? Beating your demons, because the heart is really set on having a new experience. And with the Magician energy, you know you can manifest this. You know you can manifest this. Tell me more about this. About what this is that Leo's wanting to manifest. Tell me about what they're wanting to manifest. Oh, see? I have timing. I have a timing card here. All right, I have a lot here. Let's see. You're manifesting freedom. Freedom rising above the airplane really means it could be taking off in a different direction. Could be actual travel, but it's like leave it behind, because things work out when you listen to your internal guidance system. And then that is your internal guidance system with the crystal ball. So what you're manifesting is freedom, listening to your intuition about what is it that you need to break free from. So your divination, sixth sense, seeing clearly, listening to your intuition. And then I have 1 to 3 months as a time card, and the gavel, which means an offer accepted, or some sort of contract or something here. Maybe this is what it is that you're actually manifesting, is some sort of new contract, new agreement. Maybe it's a soul contract, a new soul contract. Okay, so it's getting a little messy on the table. Sorry about that. 3 of Cups is how you are feeling at this time, which is good. Unexpected journey here. Another King of Swords right beside each other. There's something here I think that's paid off that you have already invested in. Put your time, your money, your attention to. Invest in the seeds that you've sown. There's something here that's a cause for celebration, and you're feeling this cause for celebration with the 3 of Cups. An unexpected journey here, though, where you're finding a little bit you're putting into, you're implementing a plan, like with all of the knowledge that you hold with this King of Swords. There's something here that you're finding is taking a little bit more dedication and effort here. And then you understand that there's going to be a lot of celebration if you do that. If you like stick to your plan. I'm just getting stick to your plan. And the next steps come and you have the knowledge. This King of Swords is also in the environment. It says the smartest plan, well, that's interesting. The smartest man on any planet. King of Swords. Yeah, I mean, when they put their mind to something, they get it, is what I'm getting. And that you have the know-how. Tell me more about this. It might be about you working steady and strong and not stopping until you get what you want. Yeah, you're going to be victorious, especially when it comes to something in regards to work. I do also see maybe an unexpected offer coming your way with the Knight of Cups on the bottom. Something that you're going to love, but you're in your energy here. You're standing out. The Six of Wands. Looking good, standing out, working on your craft and just getting better at what you do. These are the things that you're doing day to day. So you have reason to feel very good about yourself. I mean, you're very seen or you're known with that Six of Wands energy. Your achievements are well known too. Speaking of the well known, I have the well. So I think that you're also feeling this energy of, I would like to be around people that have deep, like their sustenance into the relationships, to the friendships. Something that goes deeper than the surface. Like, and you may be looking for that or feeling that that's starting to trickle into your life, you know. So looking deeper, who do you want to be around? Who do you want to celebrate with when you do celebrate? Because I do have the Grapes card, which 8 and 8 with the 8 of Pentacles, abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, wealth, enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I think that that's what this is about. Whatever it is that you've been putting in effort and you've been, something here feels a little unexpected though. Like it wasn't exactly how the plan was in the beginning. And maybe this whole decision making has more to do with an offer or a certain amount of money, a certain amount of okay, when I get to this level, then this is what I'm going to do. That's kind of what I'm thinking about that. So the Nine of Swords is the only thing that can really get in the way, and that's our own thinking of if we're overly anxious or worried, if we allow too many what ifs to enter our mind, thinking of the things. It's kind of like negative automatic thinking. It's something that you can like nip it in the bud when it shows up in a reading. It's something that's completely controllable by you. So tell me more about that Nine of Swords. This is when you're resting. This is when you're having times alone or peaceful, trying to be peaceful, right? And getting your rest, meditating, reaching out to spirit is going to help you, especially if you just specifically ask your spirit team, your angels, your spirit guides to protect you, and to protect you also with these thoughts that come in and out. To just let them flow, to allow them to come and then allow them to leave, but don't linger on them. So there's something here about that. Because anxiety passes, you know. Anxiety passes. Something I have learned about panic attacks or different things that can trigger anxiety is that the first thing I always think of is go outside, go do some deep breathing, and then tell yourself the truth, which is this passes. This always passes. That's personally what gets me through anxiety, like issues, whenever they really come on full force. It's like, I know there's a feeling of dread. I know there's a feeling of this is the worst it could be, but it passes. All right, so Page of Swords here, future energy. Nine of Pentacles. Oh wow, whatever truth or clarity you're tapping into, this has I really feel like this has to do with what you're wanting to manifest and how you're going to get there. I think plans have changed. I think alliances, partnerships are going to change. You're going to get a lot more information here from Spirit about how you can be on this road to success where you're completely independently financially independent. Big gain. It's reward for your efforts. Again, a message here about you being seen in some way or observed as you're doing this. So if you have a business idea, I would say definitely get on that, because this is going to be successful. I want to know more about that truth and the clarity coming in for Leo regarding how good it's going to get with your finances here. Very self-reliant. Very self-reliant. Yep. Just a crack shot. So this is talking about the clarity that's coming in. It's about who you are and how good you are at what you do. It's the crack shot. It's competent, superior, precise. It's little Miss Annie Oakley, the one that she gets the shot, right? Witty, sharp tongue, dead on, intense, hitting your target, accurate, skilled, first class. Yep. Tell me about this Knight of Cups, because it might be what we're hoping for. This could be that, just keep doing my thing, and then hopefully there's going to be some offer that comes in that's really too good to refuse. Okay, so we have to make sure we're looking up to find it or to see it. It may be coming in our blind spot in some sort of way with the Knight of Cups. Four of Cups could be like a withdrawn energy. It could be what we fear, though. I just think this is the opportunity that helps you change something. Something in your environment, something that you have grown tired of with the Eight of Cups. Leaving, walking away from something that you know, because you know something is better somewhere. Somewhere that represents the Ace of Wands or the opportunity the Knight of Cups gives you. I feel like, Leo, you need more excitement is what I feel like with that card. Is like you need some more excitement. Tell me about Tower energy and the Hierophant. Tell me about the Tower energy and the Hierophant. I knew that. I saw that card. The Hermit in the reverse, and these, by the way, are all big, major arcana. It's big changes. You're going to meet somebody on your path. You're going to meet somebody on your path. This might be a divine counterpart or an alignment here. The Hierophant. I wonder what and it brings in, it disrupts everything in the best way possible. I think this tower is a good tower. Tell me more about this Hierophant energy here for Leo. It's like it's two forces being pulled together here for something divinely ordained, set up by the divine. Page of Pentacles. News, information coming in, letting you know something's going to do really good with your with your pentacles. Again, and the Sun. So it's a new happy experience. For some of you, that Hierophant might be a position that you're even stepping into as some sort of a spiritual leader or somebody that holds a lot of information. It is that connection with God. It usually talks about traditional in a traditional sense, but I'm thinking commitment. I'm thinking something that's going to lead to a commitment. And maybe it involves the wrapping up of one, meeting somebody and then going in this new direction, this new experience. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. The new season has come. Time for things to start looking better for you. Yeah, it is a connection. There's a connection. So I like the bodybuilder here on the bottom. With power, strength. This is Leo. Influence, self-improvement, domination. And here, talking about this connection that's coming in, that's very important. These are the people that, so you could feel very supported at this time. too, from people that you know, maybe other people who are following you, or who maybe seek your services or something like that. But whatever you're doing, you're connecting a lot, and you're connected to a lot of people. Like it says, influence, a large amount or quantity. But the key word for both of these cards, bodybuilder and constellation, is influence. It's the same word on both of them. So I'm thinking that that's what it's saying, is you're stepping into a period where you're going to have a lot of influence with your connections, among a lot of connections here. So, and that leads to your success, right? So that is what I've got for Leos. I'm sending you love and light. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Bye.